104.1 KRBE.
Let's go. Good morning.
The Rula and Ryan Show.
With Eric. It's about to get all stupid up in here.
Hey, sleepyhead.
Featuring Special K.
Nobody asked you, Kevin.
And Sam.
You've waited long enough. How the heck do you pronounce this woman's name?
Rula.
Macaroni cheese hot dog.
Ryan.
I am the worst DJ ever.
With Eric.
We're the champions of the world!
104.1 KRBE.
Good morning.
Houston, Texas. It is 6:02 a.m. It's Monday. It's St. Patrick's Day, March 17th.
Welcome back.
Of 2025.
Oh,
And
look at we're all dressed up. We're all festive as leprechauns.
Not exactly.
hey, I've got my leprechaun
You're the
going
only
on
one.
Oh, yeah,
here.
look at you. I
Yeah,
wore
my
all my
cute-
all
green
right,
this
Kevin
weekend.
does.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's got his green on. Have you ever watched?
He's actually been to Ireland. He's the most Irish of us all.
Have you ever watched the John Oliver show where they do little segments about local news and they did a montage of every newscaster in America saying "Top of the morning" to you? It's just like everybody does the same thing.
Oh, and by the way, it's not a real federal holiday today as much as you wish it was. For some reason, it feels like one, depending on the city you're in. I was visiting Chicago over the weekend. You would think today is a national holiday because of how they get ready for the city to celebrate St. Patrick's Day by dyeing the river green. And they started on Friday, and it was just craziness and
I'm
green
disappointed
everywhere.
in Chicago because that's where I
Why?
grew up, and the party was always on St. Patrick's Day. So, like when I went to college downtown, like
Yeah.
we would skip school, go straight to the bars, and drinking at 8 in the morning.
Oh,
and
my
when the
gosh.
parade was that day. It didn't matter if it was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It was crazy.
It was
Okay,
always
and now?
that day.
Richard Daley, the mayor, said this is getting too out of hand. We're just going to move it to Saturday, make it more family friendly. And
Oh, so that's why it was so crazy there then.
yeah, they move it. It's every Saturday, so it doesn't matter when. Like today is St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
If it was 1994,
It'd be today.
that'd be
the parade and all
everyone
that.
would be skipping
Is that-
work,
wait, hold on.
drinking. That's why I got too crazy.
Revelation, is that the parade that Ferris Bueller crashes?
yes.
The St. Patrick's Day parade in Chicago? Oh, I didn't
no,
realize
actually-
it was the
no,
St. Patty's
no,
Day
no.
parade.
Actually, it wasn't St. Patrick's Day. It was a different kind of parade.
No, 'cause
okay.
they weren't wearing the green. In the,
Okay.
Yeah, but that's how they do the
Funny.
parade like that, and they do the river.
Yeah.
So-
But now they do it for Saturday so that everyone families can come in.
But
I'm like,
what
you
will they-
ruined it.
What will they do on the actual St. Patrick's Day? Will there still be any kind of festivities?
I mean, I'm sure
There
it
has
just
to
wasn't
be.
the same. We were just all mad because when I went to college, that's when it started.
Oh, okay.
The second year or third year in, they stopped.
I
it.
just know that it's that big of a
Sucks.
deal there because their version of like Push and Win and Adam Ramsey, the ones that you see advertising the most, had a commercial. And I was in a hotel for 3 days. And in 3 days, I probably saw the commercial, I don't know, 174 times of this guy who's like their Adam
Name.
Ramsey
I'm trying to
/
think if I know him.
Oh.
Despirito or something, and he's in an Irish pub, and everything around him is decorated Irish, and he says, the blah, blah, blah law firm really wants to make sure you're safe, so we're going to pay for 1,000 rides for you if you're going to be drinking on St. Patty's Day. And I was like, man, they really are getting serious about this holiday.
Speaking of like personal injury lawyers, I saw a thing on TikTok. You know, there's those little carnivals you see at like malls and
Oh my
stuff.
gosh, there's one right here on the Beltway I just saw yesterday.
I saw this guy. They're
so dangerous.
If we get Ramsey in, or we can ask him this if it's true or not. But they said do not go on those rides ever.
Yeah.
Those malls because
So badly put together quickly.
every ride is their own LLC.
Oh, so that you can't just sue like
No,
the...
so let's say it's
You can't sue the carnival.
Bob's Carnival rides. Oh, but there's like 90 LLCs out there, and they all get together to do that. So you
Very
can't.
So if you get
clever.
hurt on one...
You're not going to get much money because it's just that one
Just
little
that one little company.
We do that.
They're like stay away from those malls that you see those things.
Oh, wow.
We do that in real estate too, so that you can't take everything of mine. If
Yeah.
something happens at one of my properties, you can't come after everything. It's just that one house is its own LLC.
You really got to watch your back in this world.
You do.
Like everybody's it's stacked against you. It just simply is.
Yep. You say one guy that won $50 million because he scorched his genitals
I can't believe
What?
it.
with coffee or something.
Starbucks.
Why was he naked drinking coffee?
I don't think he was. He was a delivery driver. He was burned by the spilled beverages he was picking up in a drive-thru in L.A. when he was handed the beverages improperly. With improperly secured lids. This has happened a lot to me in regular
yeah,
to-go
absolutely.
orders, not just
Well,
just
they
a
don't have the
Starbucks thing.
lid
Yeah.
put on right. and
He
it just-
suffered severe burns, disfigurement, debilitating nerve damage to his genital area when the hot drinks ultimately spilled all over his lap.
Let's see.
He accused Starbucks of breaching its duty of care by not securing the lids. Now, listen, for years, I was a Trenta black iced tea orderer for years, for a long time. And I know there was a giant window of time where when I was handed the lid, the drink, they would say to me, sorry, the lids don't really work. These lids suck. Because always on the...
That's their precaution. Sorry, the lid's going to suck.
Yeah, because always
We can't
I'd be
do
like,
anything
I
about
can't
it.
get
Well, at
this
least
to
they
secure
told
it. Because
you.
they knew, the Starbucks employees knew that these lids are not fitting properly on the iced whatever drink. Finally, I think they fixed it. Now it's almost impossible to get the lid off. I can't get the lid off.
I know.
But Starbucks said, well, they sympathize with the victim. They plan to appeal the verdict because they disagree with the jury's decision that they were at fault for the incident and believe the damages awarded were excessive, $50 million.
If you knew you could get $50 million,
5-0
somebody
million.
had,
5-0
but somebody had to pour that on your stuff.
No.
thank you.
No, you
Okay.
heard what they said. He doesn't have nerve control over that thing anymore.
No.
No, thank you.
Depends what your age is, I guess.
It doesn't matter. You want to
No.
lose control of that at any age for $50 million?
And I'm sure it doesn't look normal anymore.
Oh.
Yeah, but if you're
If it's not working, nobody's going to see it anyhow.
like 60 or 70.
If he was already married with kids and
That's
his
what I'm saying.
wife's like,
You're already married like more than 10
Guess
years.
we're going to go on some cruises and get the real nice room.
Oh
You're not
my
going to use it
God.
anyway.
Oh, my God.
You might as well get some.
I'm sure there are plenty
You
of
can
people
have
that
fun
are still
skydiving.
using it.
He gets reels other way.
That is crazy. Yes, you always have to be very careful with the
What are you
lids.
trying to imply? That's
The
why I
lids.
skydive?
Oh, yeah, you had to go through all that.
Trust me, it still works. It works fine.
It's totally been used.
No, not really.
It's huge. It looks fine. There's nothing wrong with it.
Perfect.
Huge. Pet peeves. My pet peeve. People who don't pronounce their H's.
Huge.
Like it's not
Huge.
Houston. It's not Houston. It's Houston.
Oh, but it is humble.
But it is humble.
That's
That's
true.
Right.
So-
But
That
it is-
doesn't
Don't
make
get that mad.
sense.
And it's not.
But for words that are supposed to have the H pronounced,
I think
say it
humble
that
is supposed
way.
to have humble the H in it. I'm
Yeah.
pretty
That's
sure
like,
that
like
humble.
humble
pretty
pie
sure.
No, it's
versus humble.
Some
It's
idiot
just the way the
down here
oil
in
guy
Texas.
was named. The oil
Like
guy's
Berkshire or
name.
Brookshire.
Brookshire.
Kevin
Yeah.
and I
Brookshire.
had that.
Worcestershire.
Debate.
Oh, yeah,
Worcestershire.
That's why some guy left the listener line was nailing Kevin.
Oh, about his
Oh, the way he
pronunciation.
said
He was
it?
like, Sam, saying it right. They Googled.
Oh, that's
did the Google
so
thing where
funny.
it played how to pronounce it.
Oh,
my God.
we have a coworker who lived and grew up there, and she said it was Brookshire.
Brookshire.
I'm going with the way you say it.
Yeah, Brookshire.
Instead of Brookshire.
Yeah, no.
Brookshire
I've
sounds
never
like
heard
Lord of
of
the
it.
Rings
I grew
type.
up out in Katy, and it's like only a couple
In
lines
the
down.
English meadow of Brookshire. All right, well, today on the Rule and Ryan Show with Eric, we are ready to celebrate St. Patrick's Day. We've got lots of beer coming in, Sam. We've got lots of potatoes.
awesome.
Just kidding.
I'll
Sam's
do the
pregnant. Can't have any
potatoes.
beer.
We do have beer coming in either
tomorrow,
or-
right?
Is it tomorrow or the next week?
Wild West Brew Fest.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yay.
Celebrate your birthday.
It's so
Yeah,
much
my
fun.
birthday is tomorrow, so that'll be fun. We can have some beer tomorrow. That'll be
Yep.
good
We're
times.
talking about that and fentanyl.
Why not? What?
What?
Because Rania from Crime Stoppers is coming.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, wow, that's
Happy
a
birthday.
strange combination. Try it Tuesday, fentanyl and beer.
Yeah, no, we're not trying
No,
that.
thank you.
This is weird.
Yeah, I'm not trying that.
When I booked her, I
Didn't
know
realize
it was your birthday.
my birthday.
Oh, okay.
So at
And you didn't
7:20,
know that we're having beer before that. So I was like, okay, thanks for that. And next up, we're going to drink lots of beer. Okay, coming up next in Celebrity Scoop, there are so many songs that have made so much money, even though they were marginal radio hits. They have made multi millions of dollars because they've been used in television commercials, TV shows, and movies. What are the most popular of these songs that you're like, oh, yeah, that's how I know that song? Your child will be a product of, wait, that's a real song? I thought it was a TV commercial. Yeah, we'll go over that in Scoop. Here's your weather for today.
It's going to be absolutely gorgeous.
Movies, music, TV, and all things Hollywood. Celebrity Scoop on the Rule and Ryan Show with Eric.
104.1 KRBE.
It's brought to you by Taqueria Arandas, and happy first day back if this is your first day back from spring break.
Welcome
and then,
back.
Yeah, and then we've got other groups that are started their spring break. So it's staggered this year.
That's kind of late.
We had a lot of, and not really, there's been a split for the last few years.
Starting on the 17th.
But I feel like the rodeo usually only had one lap over spring break week. This rodeo, I do not remember for a long time that the way this rodeo is, 2 of the weeks of the 3 weeks is a spring break week. Usually it's a one spring break week.
Because we usually are off during your birthday.
Correct.
Birthday's tomorrow, not today yet.
Yeah,
Right.
my birthday's tomorrow. But for the last couple of years, it's been on my birthday. We've been on because it's been the week before
Was that
spring
why?
break. And so I don't remember a spring break rodeo where you had 2 weeks of spring break versus one. But I know that Pearland ISD started their spring break on Friday, so they're off this week because I have family and friends that live in Pearland, and they're like, we're going to go to the rodeo on St. Patrick's Day because we don't have school. And I was like, wow, that's great. A lot of other people have their sad Sunday. Got to get back
The
together.
Sunday scaries are real.
Yeah. And I know that this was talked about last week while we were on our spring break, but the whole Journey situation on Friday night when the power went out and they said there's electrical fire under the stage, and then people thought they were going to come back and start the show, and then they were just told, nope, rodeo's over, kids. Head on over to the carnival and get a corn dog or go home.
They get their money back, right?
They said that you get refunds. Now, here's the tricky
really?
part about the refund is if you bought your ticket from something legit that would give you the refund, yes. I don't know how StubHub and all those
Oh, now that
extra ticket
or
places
SOL.
work. I
Like if
think
you
were
buy
out
it
of
from a
luck on
ticket
that.
resale, you're not getting your money back.
Like, I really
So those
don't know.
resale, they get the money twice.
That's-
They get the refund and your money.
Yikes.
Do they get the refund?
Wow.
If
Well, if
whoever
they
bought it, if
purchased
they
it,
bought
yeah.
them. If they
Oh,
bought
yeah,
the
yeah,
tickets.
you're right. You're right.
Whoever
You're
bought
right.
the
You're
tickets.
right. You're right.
I don't know
Oh,
how
man.
that would work, though, because they digitally transfer those tickets to somebody.
Well, yeah, but when you buy them, you give all your information that you bought them.
Your credit
so that's how
card.
they'll just
I
credit
don't
your
know.
account, your AXS account, which is also Ticketmaster.com,
So is this
which is also
electrical-
VividSeats.com,
Is the
which is
fire
also.
underneath the stage then?
Yeah, there was a fire
mean,
underneath the stage.
But
apparently.
everything else seemed to work just fine
What a way to
through
end
the
it, though.
weekend.
Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I know it happened the third song, but Don't Stop Believing, just like The Sopranos.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm kind of shocked that the third
Everyone's
song
like,
was Don't Stop Believing. And yeah, you're right. Just like The Sopranos, it just goes off and was like, is it over?
Is this a joke?
What happened? A lot of people thought that they were just turning it off so they could sing along. And then after nobody came back, it was all black on the screens. Everyone's like, well, I guess
you can stop believing.
Tony Soprano just got hit.
You can go ahead and stop now.
Start leaving.
Yeah.
Please
Audrey
start
Rose.
leaving.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Audrey Rose and a whole bunch of our KRB colleagues were there together that night. So on the KRB digital, they're all singing along. And then you can see that happen. So
That's
and I had a
pretty
lot of
cool. That
friends
part.
that
That's a
texted
moment,
me.
though. That's one of those memories you'll have forever.
It made national
I was
news.
there when I got screwed out of a concert.
I flew all the way here from Florida, and this happened.
Yeah, because I don't know where else you see Journey. It's not like the rodeo has a make good day. The rodeo doesn't go on an extra
Journey's
day at
been
the
touring
end.
like
and says-
nonstop. That's all they do is tour.
Yeah, but I'm not going to go follow them. They
Yeah.
came to me. They're at the rodeo.
I mean, they come to
Great.
Houston.
I got a
They've
twofer.
been here.
Convenient.
I got to go to the rodeo
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Journey
They
was
always
there.
bring like, here's us with
Sticks.
sticks or
There-
cheap tricks.
Yeah, it's like usually a bill where there's like, first of all, there's
What's
like
the-
almost
Aria-
no original members.
Ario
It's-
Speedwagon or something.
Oh, yeah. No, they broke up. Now
Oh,
it's
they did?
Kevin Cronin playing the music of Ario Speedwagon. The lead singer
Oh,
left the band.
And what did we learn about
Oh,
Don't
wow.
Stop Believing? Don't Stop Believing only happens one time in the song, and it is the very last line of the
I think
song.
it's like 3 minutes and 28 seconds into
I
the
think
song.
it's the song is not even 3 minutes. It is
No,
like
it is.
No, because I remember when we were used to play them on Apple iTunes, where you could play that on the air. I would have to fast forward all the way like 2 minutes and something. I go, my God, where is this
Seemed like
part?
it was a long time.
That
Anyway.
first line takes about 45 seconds to
It
even
sure
come
does.
on.
But you know what,
Singing in a
guys?
smoking room.
It is not on the list of most used songs for television commercials or movies or
But-
sitcoms or whatever
Impactful for Glee. That made Glee when Glee came
Yes.
out.
on
Yeah,
Fox.
that song did.
Oh, here it is. I found this for you.
How long
Robert.
is
Thanks
it?
for fact checking.
And
the
Don't Stop
details.
Believing, the chorus does not kick in till 3 minutes and 21 seconds.
Yeah.
And then that's the end of the song.
Now,
How long is the whole
now,
song?
Like
It's
350
the end
or
of the
something.
song. It's just
4:11.
yeah, it's bare,
4 minutes and 11
So it
seconds.
goes on for 36 seconds and it's over.
Goodness.
That's it. Okay, so here are the songs that have been played the most in film and television. So you've got Let's Get It On by Marvin Gaye. It's been used in 38 films and television appearances. Walking on Sunshine by Katrina and the Waves.
From the 80s?
I don't know how far that went on the top 40 charts, but you've heard it on a lot
That's
of
a
things.
Oh,
fun,
absolutely. Yeah.
jumpy song.
Walking on
Like even
sunshine.
cleaners. Like I think like floor cleaners have used that song.
Oh,
The
yeah.
first song you said, Al Green. Is that the one?
No, Marvin Gaye. Let's
Marvin
Get
Gaye.
It On.
That's
Let's
not the
Get
one
It
you and I
On.
That's the one you and I sang.
That one is Let's Stay Together by Al Green. I don't know Rupert Holmes, the Pina Colada song. Do I know this?
Yeah.
When you like pina colada.
Shrek had it too.
Oh, that's
Getting
him.
caught in the
Oh,
rain.
Had no idea. That's on there too.
That's all the songs.
That's
It's
literally
been
it.
used-
You just need to know that verse. And you're
Okay. The official song is called Escape. In parentheses, it says the Pina Colada song by Rupert Holmes.
Oh, that would make sense.
Yep.
Because you're escaping.
I played that
to
on the
drink.
Wiz, WIZZ, AM 1250, best
Uh-oh.
of 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s.
90s, 2000s, and 10s.
What was your
spot
like
more.
your announcer like? You're listening to the Wiz.
I would say that. I'd say, all right, guys, I'm about to take a Wiz
Ryan.
break. I would do that.
I thought pina colada was
Isn't that a virgin drink?
no, no,
Yeah, you
not
add
that.
rum to it.
But I thought who does Margarita? Jimmy
Jimmy
Buffett. I
Buffett.
thought
Oh,
Jimmy Buffett
yeah.
did.
Well, Garth Brooks had
see that.
Bring Me say 2 pina coladas. I don't remember the whole song, but I remember just that chorus of that song.
Pina colada, I have to ask for a virgin one.
Yeah, it's
If
a
you
rum
want that
drink.
I know my kids had that
Yeah,
in the.
it's a rum drink.
The flavor is really good.
Mm-hmm. You can only have
So
one.
Chumbawamba makes the list of songs that have been used the most
Tub
in
thumping.
TV and movies.
No,
Yes, it's called Tub Thumping, and I wish I could play you a clip of all these songs, but if we did, then we can't podcast the 6 o'clock hour on later. But it's like, I get knocked down, but I get up again. La, 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 la. You know that song,
Keep
okay?
me down.
39 times it's been used in film and television.
Okay.
They say how much they get paid.
I wish they had
I wonder
that
if we could
information.
Google that. Yeah, right. Google that one.
All right. How much?
How much do
Royal-
songs, what are the royalties for your song being used in a movie?
Okay.
I guess it all varies between because they negotiate, don't they? Or is there a basic standard?
Like those shows I used to watch, those kid shows like One Tree Hill and all them. And Grey's Anatomy, they would find bands that weren't big yet,
Yeah, that's how
and then get
The
them
Fray
cheap.
became famous.
And
How to
then-
Save a Life for
Wasn't
Grey's
that
Anatomy.
from? Oh yeah, Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah. Okay, Earth, Wind, and Fire, September. Do you remember the 21st day of September? That's
used
also
that?
been used 39 times in films and movies. Fade Into You by Mazzy Star is number 5 on the list. 41 times it's been used in film, television, and commercials.
Sing that one.
Yeah.
I don't
It's
know.
a really slow one. It's very slow, and it's got that twangy, haunting guitar.
It's really good.
Fade into you. I can't do it, but she's got a beautiful voice.
Why don't you look it up? We can play it at the very end because then we can cut it
Yeah,
off.
is
you
there
can
like a
cut it out.
karaoke
Okay, so
version
I
we
got
could
you
play?
an
Which one do
information.
you want?
Mazzy Star, Fade Into You.
They have 2 hits. They have another one called
Anytime there's
Holla.
a
Mm-hmm.
90s type show or something, they'll
Don't I
somehow-
play that?
They'll play it in there or something.
Yeah,
Mazzy Star?
the guitar notes are the most
They'll
recognizable
either play
part
that
of the
or
song.
Joey by.
Concrete Blonde, one of my favorite bands of all
Really?
time.
I always hear those slow songs in a 90s type show that they want the vibe of.
So here's the
Oasis. They'll
deal
play
with
that
a
too.
movie. You might get an unknown song by an unknown artist for nothing, but the amount of exposure that film might get them will be the compensation for them. So they pay up to $300,000 for a popular song from a top artist. The average is in the region of $5,000 to $25,000 for your song if you're an unknown to get it put in a movie.
What about when it's a hit?
About
Let's Get It
300
On was
grand?
already a hit.
Well, when it becomes a hit, it's selling for the artist, and they're making the money off of that.
Yeah, but we're trying to find out the price.
That's what it's saying. Like,
But you said for unknown. We're talking about for hits.
He said one part with 300 grand.
a
300
300 grand usually
Okay.
for a hit to be put into a movie
See
is
about
the
it's only
average.
played for sometimes a minute.
You know, the first time I heard that song, oh God, I can't remember tell you the name of it. Dang it. The guy who had the real velvety voice, Barry White. You know
Oh, yeah,
Barry
Barry White,
White?
yeah.
Yeah.
He had a real velvety voice. What is the Freddie Prinze Jr. movie that I watched? Where
was
the
it in
girl walks
college?
into the apartment, yes, and he has the Barry White song on.
And that was their song for the whole movie.
My darling, you can't get enough of your love, baby.
Girl from 10 Things I Hate About You. She's Julia Stiles, I think those two are in it.
Yeah, but what's the movie they're in together? Freddie Prinze Jr. is romancing her when she walks into the apartment, and the Barry
Is it
White
called
song is
She's
playing.
Got, what is it called?
No, it's not that one.
It's not
It's
She's All That.
She's All That? No.
It was
No, it's
like
not
they
that
went to
one.
college. He's got the roommate, the chubby guy.
Okay, that's
He was
going to drive me.
the-
It's going to drive me crazy because that was, I think that was like a KRBE premiere or something. It was a Freddie
was
Prinze
like late
Jr.
90s.
movie. Late 90s for sure, like a 98 or a 99, maybe even a 2000 movie with Freddie Prinze Jr. And that's what I was like, oh, Barry White. Can't get enough of your love. That's how I know that song. It was used in
Down
the
to
movie.
You?
Maybe. Who started
And
that?
it
besides
came
him?
out in 2000. It's an American romantic comedy
That's
written and
it.
directed by Chris Isaacson, starring Freddie Prinze Jr.
And who's the girl? Does it say?
I'm looking.
It's got to say. It's got to be the second icon in the Google.
Yeah, all those movies. I remember that part of that.
Yeah.
movie.
It said Selma Blair's in it.
That's probably her.
Ashton Kutcher, Rosario Dawson.
Sure, I guess.
Okay.
Number 4 most used song in TV and
Julia
movies.
Stiles.
Fix You by Coldplay.
Which one's that? I
don't know that
I always
one.
mix theirs up. Like
Oh
they,
my God.
They all sound the same to me after a
Don't make
while.
me sing.
Yeah.
Do it. Do
Let's do the doo-doo game.
I can't.
Oh, yeah.
I can't do it. You're gonna have to find like
What's the name of it again?
It's called "Fix You." It's real
Find
slow.
that one too, Sam. Here.
I don't remember that one.
Lord.
We'll play these two in the next minute.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I don't know all the words, but yeah. Okay, number 3, "At Last" by Etta James. It has been used 49 times in film and television.
How's that go, Kev?
You know, Kat.
You sound like the guy, Herbert the pervert from Family Guy.
That's funny. Look at your fat ass over here. People knew on text that it was called "Down to You" with Julia Stiles and Freddie Prinze
so it's
Jr.
Down to You.
Yeah,
So that's
Down
a
to You.
25-year-old movie already. Crazy. Okay, the top 2 songs that have been used the most in television and movies. Number 2, Push It by Salt and Pepper. It has been used for everything from like push brooms, like Swiffers, to God knows what.
Everything.
And then the number that has been used over 50 times. And then This Is How We Do It by Montel Jordan is the number one most used song for television and movies.
I can hear that.
This is how we do it. Bam, bam, bam.
And in the song, he says,
Friday night.
I'll never come back on an old school track. But isn't he like the number one old school track?
He is. He is.
It's ironic.
Did you find the
one you
karaoke
wanna play
version of
first?
Jazzy
So the
Star?
ma-
He is back to the Rule and Ryan Show with Eric.
Okay, friends. Last week we were on spring break. The week before that, it was real tricky around here because Sam's husband, she was planning a surprise for him that she had told us about, and I was like, "Oh, that's a dangerous game."
I know.
You're telling us about a surprise for your husband, and when is the surprise happening? Like in a week and a half? Are you crazy? So Sam's husband Mark and I share the same birthday. His birthday is tomorrow.
Yes.
Okay, so now go from there. Tell us what's the surprise about? Set up the whole
The
thing.
surprise already happened.
The surprise already happened. Yeah, because that was like the biggest thing. I was like, okay, like don't. Because Mark was like, oh, what are we doing this weekend? I was like, I don't know. Like my best friend Jules had a birthday. Her birthday is today. So happy birthday, Jules. I don't know if you're listening yet or if she's awake. But so we were celebrating for her on Saturday. So I surprised my husband with having his brother come down. And
For his birthday.
For his birthday.
And he doesn't see him often?
He does not see him often. His brother, his name is Ray. Just in case if I mention that, you're like, who's Ray? Ray is Mark's brother, and he lives in Pennsylvania. He used to live in Houston, but he hasn't been back for over probably 3 years. So he's never seen the house that we live in now. He has seen Santiago, but only because we've gone
Y'all
up to
traveled to
Pennsylvania.
them.
Yes.
Right.
Okay.
So he's never really seen like
In his environment.
in his environment, and like seeing like, you know, Mark's proud of like everything that we've been able to do here in Houston. So to have his brother come and see that, it was huge because Ray is older than Mark. So
It's a flex.
I kept
And Ray
like
probably has so many
texting.
vacation days. It's not like,
Yeah, I kept
you know.
texting Ray and I was like, hey, you need to come down for Mark's birthday. Hey, you should come down for Mark's birthday. Hey, it's the rodeo. Hey, we're going to Post Malone. Hey, like I just kept blowing up his phone pretty much every single week to make sure that he would book something. I was like, I don't care if I have to pay for it. I just need you to come down for Mark's birthday. It's not even a big
surprise him.
birthday. I just wanted him to surprise him. Like they haven't spent time together. So Ray and his wife come down on Saturday. I have it all planned out. I'm telling Mark we got to leave at 12:45 to go to my best friend Jules's lunch birthday. Ray was supposed to arrive at 12 o'clock.
At the lunch birthday.
No, at our house to surprise Mark.
Okay.
Oh,
And so
Wow.
then Mark and Santiago were going to stay home. They were going to do their own thing. I was going to
And
give
you're
all
gonna-
of my attention to Jules. Ray
win-win
texts.
for everything.
Everything was perfect, right? Ray texts me, hey, my flight's delayed.
Oh, crap.
I was like, oh, like how much delayed? An hour. So I'm telling Mark that we need to leave at 12:45. And I just start getting ready at 12:45. And he's like, what are you doing?
You're like, I can milk this time.
I had to stall forever, guys.
Yes,
and you know
yes.
me, I can't lie. So I'm like,
Wow, this baby in my belly sure is making me move slow today.
I'm like doing my makeup. I'm like, why don't you get something to eat? And then like Santiago's kind of crying. I was like, oh, this is perfect. I'm like, hey, Mark, can you just stay home with Santi, put him down for a nap, and then just meet us for lunch? He's like, no, I'm not doing that. Santi will be fine. He'll sleep in a stroller. I'm like, no, you need to keep him at home.
you just stay here.
Because
You can't leave the house.
I'm waiting for Ray to come to the house to surprise Mark.
Straight from
But
the
I
airport.
also cannot be late to my best friend's birthday.
Right.
So I'm like stressed out, sweating, trying to
And
get
you're
this
pregnant,
like,
so-
and I'm pregnant, and I'm trying to like, I'm like, how much can you stall this man? Like I couldn't.
So you had been hardcore with him about we have to leave at 12.
at 12:45.
At 12:45, and then you're to stall out. You start getting dressed at 12:45, and he doesn't say to you, "What are you doing? You've been blowing me up all day, and now
I
you're
don't
getting
know.
dressed."
I have
he
no
never
idea.
questioned
I
you.
don't know what he was
You
thinking.
could have said, "Oh, Jules has called. She can't make it for another hour, so it's
No,
like,
so I just couldn't
They
because
could-
I
he
didn't
could
know
read your
I didn't know what
face.
to say. And then I was like, thank God, because I offered to pick up Jules so that she could like, you know, do everything. And she's like, hey, you don't need to pick me up. I was like, oh my God, I totally forgot about that. So then I had the added stress of being late for her birthday and picking her up, plus trying to surprise Mark with like his brother coming in.
But you
So-
texted Jules and said, "Hey, plans are delayed because of the flight.
Yes.
Should maybe Uber
Yes.
to your own lunch, and then I'll meet you there." Or
So
what'd you do?
she got it all handled.
Okay,
So
okay.
she was fine. She got it all handled. Luckily, when I went to the birthday party, Kev was already there.
Oh, yeah,
So
we were there for quite
you were
some
drinking
time.
was there at
before I
noon.
got
Yeah,
Yeah, he's like, what?
Anyone here yet? Here before the birthday girl?
I'm here for the St. Patrick's Day celebration. Is there something else happening?
Beer for
I was
breakfast.
promised free drinks.
So I finally convinced Mark to stay home to put Santi into bed, even though
so
he's totally dressed.
Okay.
Santiago's completely dressed. Our bag with Santiago's all packed. You know the whole stress of like getting
God.
everything packed. And then Mark is
I bet he's mad.
because
He's
he's
boiling
like
now at this
he's like
point. Why are
why
you
couldn't
making
you have why couldn't you have put him down for a nap earlier? Or Sam, he's napped in the stroller numerous times. Like why
Our
are you
boy
making
has been
this
to more bars than most people who are
Yes.
25.
Like,
He'll
why
be
are you
fine.
making this such a big deal? And I was like, because I'm not dealing with this. I'm not dealing with this.
Yeah.
I was like, I got to deal with Jules.
Just
it's her
blame
birthday.
Just blame it on
Just
pregnancy hormones
yeah.
and be like, don't get with me today, Mark. I am not feeling great.
He is so mad at me because I did not let him come with us to the lunch. And I'm driving there and I finally get to...
What's the update with Ray this whole time when you decide to leave the house?
I finally leave the house at 1:10.
Okay.
Because we were supposed to leave at 12:45,
Sure.
and I was able to stretch it that much at 1:10. And I was like, Ray,
It's only 20 minutes.
But what was his ETA
Ray,
if he's an hour
right,
delayed?
When you're like freaked out about everything being on time
Yeah.
and
Because
trying
what
to
if Mark
stall.
decides after Sam leaves, you know what, screw this. I'm going to pack up Santiago and meet them at the bar. This is ridiculous.
Right.
And then Ray goes ding dong, and nobody's home.
Yep.
Exactly.
Okay, so how long after 1:10 did Ray show up?
So Ray didn't get in until 1:40. So thank God I left.
to the airport and then
no,
drive to your
he
house.
got to our house at 1:40.
Oh, okay.
Thankfully, he landed, I think, like around 1:20-ish.
Was
And then
this
by the time he got to
IAH or Hobby?
No, I think it was Hobby.
Okay.
So it wasn't too far. But it was just so stressful trying to get all this like planned. And then Mark's like so mad at me because I'm like, you have to stay home with the kids. Sorry. You can't enjoy with us. You can't hang out. And so then.
But you missed the whole surprise.
I missed the whole surprise.
That sucks. You
This
couldn't even
whole
watch it.
thing
His
that I
face.
set up, I missed all of it.
So what did Mark tell you about the ring? Like what? Tell us how it played out.
Exactly.
Ray just knew that you're not going to be home.
So
You
I
had
said to
obviously
Ray, I
communicated.
said, hey, the front door's unlocked. I left it unlocked. All you got to
Lord.
do is knock and go into the house.
Get shot.
Oh my
Because-
God! I hope Mark doesn't have a gun. Shoot his
Because
brother by
Mark
mistake.
is putting Santi to bed, and I don't know how long
Because
that's
that's
going
what
to
you
take.
want. You want to sneak in on a parent putting their baby to sleep with the front door unlocked. Oh my God, Sam.
Yes. So and then Mark just texted me. He goes, "You're an idiot." I was like, "Thanks, babe," because he was like so surprised. But it turned out fine. It was just a hot flippin' mess to get to that point, and
How
I didn't
stressful.
even get to see his face.
Dang
Like,
it, wait a second. Wasn't Ray's wife with him?
yeah, but
She couldn't turn the phone on and say, walk in there and
I
record
asked
this.
her to, and I don't know what she said. I think she said that because Mark was like so startled because he was in the bedroom and we have like the alarm on our house.
Oh, I
Like if
heard
you
the
open up
beep.
the door, he heard the beep and he was like,
Girl.
"Wait, did Sam come home? Did like
You
what?"
are so
happening?"
lucky you're not in the news because
Yeah.
somebody got shot in their house. Because you're
So
like,
the
I'm leaving the door
surprise-
unlocked.
That was Kevin's house. He has that
Yeah,
pink
that
pistol.
would've been it.
Right, but it was a hot mess, y'all.
Wow. So
does that
it was
thing.
a nice surprise.
Right.
Mark's excited his brother's here. Is his brother still here?
Super excited. He's here until Wednesday.
Okay, nice.
We had Sunday fun day last night. I had
That
to
is
go
a
to
letdown.
a bar at like 10 p.m. in my pajamas to
Which-
go find my
Usually you're asleep by
brother-in-law's
then.
phone. Normally I'm in bed by 9, and they come home like stumbling home. They were walking home from the bar, and they're like, "Hey." I was like, "Oh my God." Passed out on the floor. I was like, "Y'all need to go to bed." I have a toddler that is
Yeah.
asleep, and if you wake him up, I swear to God, I will kill you.
Oh, mother,
and
how
I
on
need to
you.
wake up. So I was like, they were supposed to watch Santi today. Well, guess where Santi's at? Daycare. I was like, there's no way.
I'm
Hangover
not
dads.
leaving him with
The
them.
hangover twins.
I kept like
Y'all.
shaking Mark. I was like, what time does your alarm need to be set?
God.
What time
He's like, "It's St. Patrick's
does
Day."
your alarm
And
need to
this
be
is all because
set?
of you, and you did all this.
I know. So
I
it's
saw
like,
the look on her face when she walked in this morning. I'm like, uh-oh, what's wrong?
I was defeated.
It's time
It was
for
fine.
What's
It's
going
great.
down in
Oh,
H-Town on the Rule and Ryan Show with Eric.
104.1 KRBE.
All right. Can y'all imagine? In 10 days, we start baseball. The Astros home
Whoa.
opener is going to be
Nice.
Framber Valdez starting for opening day for the Houston Astros. This is his 4th consecutive opening day for Framber.
Might be his last.
And the new park.
That's what
Dyken Park.
sucks. The 31-year-old left-hander, listen to this. Yes, Eric, you're right. The Astros are going to host the Mets on opening day at Dyken Park. The Mets have named their right-hander Clay Holmes as their starter, but Valdez is entering his final season under the team's control and likely to be in high demand if he reaches free agency next winter. So this could be his last. Man, why can't we hang on to players?
Well, I mean,
Well, you have
this
to
guy
constantly
that
move him
we traded for Kyle Tucker, Kim Smith, is awesome.
Yeah.
They're talking he might actually make the team at the start of the season, like instead of going to AAA. And he just got drafted last July.
Oh, wow.
So usually it takes 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
This kid's a beast. Hit another home run yesterday. He's got more home runs than Jordan and Alvarez.
What's his name?
Cam Smith.
And he just got drafted just now?
Last June or July with the Cubs. And then that was part of the Kyle Tucker trade.
Ah, okay.
So they got Kyle Tucker for maybe 1 year, and we got a guy that could be our superstar for the next 15 years.
Yeah. That'd be
because
awesome.
once you're in MLB, you're basically a commodity. You're not a person anymore.
Nope.
It's like you're a chess in the game.
Happy St. Patrick's Day. What does that even mean? St. Patrick was not even Irish, according to experts. He was born in the late 4th century. He was captured as an adolescent, ended up enslaved in Ireland. He escaped to another part of Europe where he was trained as a priest and returned to Ireland in the 5th century to promote the spread of Christianity. Several centuries later, he was made a saint by the Catholic Church, and like other saints, he had a day dedicated to him, which is March 17th, and that is your St. Patrick's Day history. And that's what's going down in H-Town.
Well, can I add some History Channel news for you, Ryan?
Please.
From the History Channel.
The History Channel.
It was not until 1959 when Walt Disney released a film called Darby O'Gill and the Little People, which introduced America to a leprechaun that's more like a cute little fun guy than a grumpy little guy of Irish folklore. And this cheerful, friendly leprechaun is purely American invention because leprechauns traditionally had nothing to do with St. Patrick or the celebration of that day until that cartoon.
Terrible movie back in the day of Jennifer Aniston. Remember that movie?
Oh, it's called Leprechaun.
Yeah, you'd throw your shoe, he'd run and go chase it and have to go polish it or something.
Wasn't that like Leprechaun
he's going to try and kill you, and you take your shoe off, throw it, and then you have to go...
Who throws a shoe?
Yeah.
Honestly. And apparently in that movie you do.
I think there's like 4
For
Leprechaun
survival.
movies.
I think that was Leprechaun 4, wasn't it? That wasn't the first one, was it?
I can't remember.
Because we've seen more than one.
No, I didn't even know there was
after
an
one, I
OG
stopped.
Those leprechauns are like homicidal maniacs. That wasn't really
It's like
The
the
90s movies of Leprechaun and Ghoulies and all these crap.
Creepers or
Yeah.
Jeepers Creepers.
Jeepers
or
Creepers is
something.
pretty good.
I never saw any of that,
That was
but
a
I
good
remember
one.
the previews. Okay, friends.
We got to play the video coming up next. We've been doing
It
this
is
since,
tradition.
like 2009 or whenever it came out. We were the first ones to play it.
The people of Mobile, Alabama might facepalm every St. Patrick's Day because they go viral every St. Patrick's Day for something that happened in the news years ago
This is great.
regarding this day. Do you not know what that is?
Gotta
Okay,
know.
you're
Come
going to
on.
hear it next on The Rule and Ryan Show with Eric.